Well, here we go, back again with another Sunderland video, and as you already know by now, Lee Johnson has been sacked as manager of Sunderland Association Football Club after a result yesterday that was probably the worst result in Sunderland's history, a 6-0 drubbing away to Bolton in League One. So, on the statement on the website, it says, Sunderland AFC today announced the departure of Lee Johnson as head coach. The 40-year-old, who arrived at the Stadium of Light in December 2020, has left the club with immediate effect alongside assistant head coach Jamie McAllister. Johnson guided SAFC to 41 wins in 75 games, including the club's first victory at Wembley since 1973, and he was named League One Manager of the Month on 2 occasions. Career Louis-Drefus said, "I would like to thank Lee Johnson for his commitment and endeavour over the past 14 months. We regret that we have had to take this decision, but felt immediate change was needed. We firmly believe that this is in the best interests of Sunderland AFC as we strive to earn promotion this season. Lee and Jamie will always be welcome at the Stadium of Light, and they depart with our best wishes. The process to appoint a new head coach has now begun." Well, that was breaking news. I did not expect that, even with the string of results we have had over the last few months. You know, the defeat yesterday was the icing on the cake, or the nail in the coffin, should we say, for Lee Johnson. 6-0 against Bolton, where the team did not seem to perform for Lee Johnson for whatever reason, whether it was changing to a flat back four from 3 central defenders, which we seem to play better at, the 3 central defenders, which tells me your central defenders are not good enough if they're not strong enough to play at a flat back four. So at this moment in time, Lee Johnson must have known that, but decided to still change it yesterday to a flat back four, where we've lost the majority of our games this season. If not all the games we have lost this season was at a flat back four. So Lee Johnson is now gone. Am I over the moon? You know what it is. I woke up this morning after yesterday's result. I slept on it, and I thought, you know, I've had enough. The 4-0 away to Portsmouth, the 5-1 away to Rotherham, and then there was a 3-0 away to Sheffield Wednesday, the 3-1 at home to Lincoln, the inept performance against Charlton. We lost our first game. We have the best record at home. We have. I think it is the best form at home, but we are one of the worst. You know, we're not the worst, but you know, we have a really poor away record, and it's those poor, soft underbelly performances where the teams just seem to do not want to have any sort of determination. They don't have any will or drive to win. When we go behind, we get pushed over dead easily sometimes away from home. You know, leading against 10 men against Shrewsbury, leading against 10 men against Accrington Stanley. It's a string of results like that for me says to me that Lee Johnson isn't good enough, hasn't got what it takes to do the business at Sunderland. I want to wish Lee Johnson all the best. You know, I'm not going to gloat or be happy about someone being sacked. You know, end of the day, I think it's better for Sunderland this has happened. But I know Lee Johnson's life will go on. He will get another job somewhere else. You know, he's done well for himself throughout his whole career, whether football and managerial career, and life will go on for him. So I wish him all the best, all the future in his life, in his family. You know, no ill health, no ill feelings whatsoever, Lee. So I just wish you all the best. And Sunderland now move on. Now, KLD, who will he bring in as the manager of Sunderland Association Football Club, a head coach under Christian Speakman? Now, will they have somebody lined up already? Because they just woke up this morning and thought, like me, is that now time? Is time up for Lee Johnson? Or have they had something on the back burner just in case for this instance, for the string of results we've had, the bad string of results we've had? So have they got somebody already lined up, and who would that be? I have a sneaky feeling, I don't know, I'd be completely wrong, but I think with the connections that KLD has abroad with his mother and other family members in different clubs abroad, he may have maybe a young up-and-coming foreign head coach coming in. Is that what you want to see? Who would you want in as Sunderland head coach? Because it's going to be a head coach, because we have Speakman there who's bringing in the players with the head coach Lee Johnson at the time, but now someone else is going to come in. Will this mean the new person who comes in will want to bring in Jermaine Defoe? Is Jermaine Defoe somebody you would want to have in? Would you want to play 2 up front? Like 5 at the back, 3-2. You know, are we always going to play a 1 up front? We can find Stewart. Surely someone can get a bit more help with Stewart up front, because Stewart's done really well this season. One of the standout players of the season, you know, without question. But he could do with more help. Yesterday he got nothing at all up front. So there's lots of things the new head coach can come in. And why is the team, and this is the majority of Lee Johnson's team, there's only likes of Gooch, who is not Lee Johnson's player. And we can see Embleton wasn't, but he brought back Embleton from Blackpool and kept him here. So he must have seen something in Embleton too. Embleton was a youthful player. We have Dan Neil, who's just come through. He promoted Dan Neil through into the first team. So the majority of these players are Lee Johnson. So why haven't they been able to fight for Lee Johnson, to do what Lee Johnson says he's asking them to do? Is Lee Johnson not a good enough leader? Was he not a good enough leader? We'll know when the new head coach comes in what he can transform this side into. The basics of a good team is there. We're in a good position. We're third off top. We only got the points behind the lead. Yes, games in hand. We have played more games. We're in a playoff position. So everything does look rosy. Apart from that, this thought there was too many bad results under Lee Johnson. If we can get a consistent string of victories, like Thogden and Thogdad said yesterday, Bolton last season got an unbelievable run of victories to get it to come through and almost got to the top of the table. So there's no reason why we couldn't be that team with a new head coach to get this side playing well together. Maybe bring in an absolute leader, someone who can get this team by the scruff of the neck in the centre of midfield and lead this team on to victory. Somebody hard as nails in the centre of midfield. So there's no reason why we can't be that team that goes on a constant win. You don't have to win every single game. You just don't have to get beat 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. Constantly, 3 or 4 times in a season. We've lost 7 or 8 games now. We go on a constant win of results. Maybe it's a draw every now and again. There will be a blip in the road. But if we can mount a better volume of points than Wigan and Rotherham, go to Rotherham, beat Rotherham. Go to Wigan, beat Wigan. We need a head coach that can come in and instill a winning formula. Get winning belief into this team. And this team's got to believe in what the head coach wants as well. So it's going to be interesting next few days who's going to bring in. And has he got time to bring somebody in from the transfer window? There's probably nobody going to be announced before the transfer deadline. So players who are like Jermaine Defoe on free transfers. He could bring in a couple of free transfers, but we'll wait and see. So there we go. Lee Johnson has been sacked as head coach. Like I said, I wish him all the best. But hopefully now, like I said, go on a win and run, get the right head coach in, and we'll get promoted this season. Take care. That's going to make this week at work a little bit better, because after yesterday's result, I was so down. The majority of Sunderland fans, majority of those Sunderland fans who were at the match yesterday, 5,500 or whatever there was there, the majority of them were downbeat. I've talked to fans who watched it on TV, who just didn't want to watch the second half and went to the pub instead or went to the shops instead. They were feeling low. This might just uplift a little bit of, we don't want to gloat on someone losing the job, but just a little bit of sort of light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully now we can start putting a good constant string of winning results together. Take care, God bless me, God go with you. We'll see you during the week for the match day preview, and I might even see you tomorrow if there's a new head coach in. Right, leave your comment below who you want to be as head coach. There's all sorts of names being brandished around. Defoe got his badges at Rangers, but is this a step too soon for Defoe? A lot of people are saying it's too soon for Defoe to be does even player coaches work? Does anybody out there know a player coach scenario that's actually worked in the past? Leave it down below, because my memory's a bit dodgy. Right, see you later, take care, and we'll catch you during the week. Thanks for watching.